Hey guys, Brozan here. We're going live here pretty quick, just setting some stuff up on the back end. I'm gonna be humming the Stones song all day. Love this music. I swear I listen to this all the time. All right, let's do this. Make sure we got everything set up right. Looks like we do. We are not on the right echo though. Changing into the boating echo. Activate. Open the shelf. We're going to restock off of ourselves a couple times. Got to dump off our container wand. Where the hell did that up? Of course. Dump our container wand. Open this. Switch this to number 4. That's our boating shelf. Supply. Take this off. Arms. Harpoon. I should write a script that swaps all this stuff. We're going to run Fortune with Eldritch. Change our chain. Chain is on. Make sure it's active. It is working to be active. We're going to restock off of ourselves a couple times here just to fix all the bags and stuff. Resupply. This opens. Magic arrow ourselves. Re-equip our harpoon. We need to refresh our shiv book because that's a weird thing. Get our shiv buff. Confirm. I think we're ready to go. Eject. Dock ship. Launch ship. Board ship. That guy took offense to our boarding. Go ahead and kill him real quick. All right, here we go. We're off to the farm. Get some aspect stuff early this morning. It's always nice. We got 5K till we level Eld. Oh, look at that. Small ship gave us a crew contract. That's the way to start. Blast that down. Dump some loot. And we're sailing away. Reload. Two. Here we go. Nothing good on glass yet. Take a second to answer some Discord stuff. Lizardman ships are always valuable. The chief drops like 4K in raw currency. Oh, look at that, a Lizardman longship. So we'll stop, we'll hit the medium, and then we'll hit the long. They're stuck together. We're going to try to separate them instead. We're going to not aggro this vial. I think this is all a big pile. We're going to wait on him to move to us because we don't want to aggro that medium. All right, Heat Seeker first. Here we go. Fighting a big ship. Pick a target, kill the target. 2, 1, mortar fire. Got a sales repair started here. It's 7,400 sales on a long ship, which is very tanky for a long ship because of the way the hitboxes work. This may be a 4-shot board. Yeah, 70% fell there. Out of ammo. Always check your cannons. I'm running an instant reload build, so it didn't cost me much. Push our Scourge here. Manfred's taking the damage. Need to get the bandages on him. That way he's starting to get that damage resistance. The DR from the healer's kit is extremely important when you have one crew being focused. You see how when the bandages are running, he stops losing health at like a considerably noticeable amount. We'll hit this medium next. Actually, the mediums are stuck together. We're just going to skip it. It's not worth a medium to take all that ship damage. Morning, Minnie. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, 4,200 raw currency off of that one mob that we get to take home. I like the art on the arcane staffs. And we're sailing away. I'm sailing away. Something, something, a song that I don't remember the words to. It's Come Sail Away. Journey. Not a bad start. Oh, nothing on glass though. We saw that long ship, got excited, thought we were going to have a good farm this morning. That was a lie. Got a lucky drop from one mob. Hell yeah, dude. 200k in one drop, that's nice. I'm guessing, was it was it cloth? What's worth that on a single drop? Nice, there we go. We got a raider after this, or we got a long ship after this galley. We put that long ship on glass so we'll be able to find it. We can drive to this guy from our spyglass gump. Give him the old flak treatment. Just gonna move around enough here to get the crew stacked up on one side. Rare cloth, yeah. Oh wow, dude, all on one mob. That's insane. Mini said he got chromatic cloth, research mats, and, or I'm sorry, rare cloth, chroma core, and research mats off of one mob. That's a pretty good drop. Now we want to target the captain here. Set up a different one to target once we board. Our ship took a lot of damage from this one. Oh, all those death sounds. The ooh, ah, ee, ah, ooh, ah. Alright, if you would die already, please, sir. Thank you. Get those guys repairing our ship. Nice, another crew contract. It's a good morning for crew. Get out of here. Repair our hull. That didn't sink. It's got 186 left. I'll stop right here and sink it. I haven't been playing much off stream, as you can tell by it being Wednesday, and I'm just now completing the Galleon sinking quest. Reload. Next one is our Heat Seeker mortar fire. Our music is peaceful this morning. Yeah, that tide collar isn't worth driving to. Tide collars drop a decent amount of gold from the main mob, but we're looking for bigger ships. If it was a large, we would go to it. Start out with our Heat Seeker here. We're moving back because they're all aggroed on us, and that'll pull them back without having to move our ship around. The stationary accuracy doesn't matter here. Let's target the captain, actually. Stationary accuracy doesn't matter because I've got the Heat Seeker buff on all of my abilities on this rotation. What does matter, though, is our ability to just stand here and not have to micro in and out. Scourge. The Airy is getting whooped on. We gotta stop looting while we make sure we're keeping this guy alive. Scourge. There he goes. Now we're dead. Heading to the galley next. That's either a respawn or it's moving. Looks like a respawn. Reload here. We're not driving up to that Carrick. Oh, that didn't sink. Damn it, man. Wasting time there. Off to the Galleon. Castaway from Cambria. Another Galleon on track. That's nice. We got 1 second on cannons here. Might as well try to YOLO board here. Hang on 1 second, we're getting a phone call. Always answer your phone calls. Let's see here. Bomb. Cannons. Repair. Heading south. We've taken a little more damage on the ship than usual. Need to focus on repairs a little bit as we're doing things. This guy will be our next target. Oh, nice. Morning, Robo. Hope you're doing well. Oh, look at all these big ships. We found them. I think we get a sails repair before we board them. See if we can break a little bit here. Start this repair. We got 2 seconds on our repair there. Damage readout, and we go. Target the lowest health one. Conrad is taking all the damage today. That proc from Eldritch. Still funny as hell. We're going to this long ship next, and then we'll see where we go from there. Scourge here because the crew's pretty healthy. No sense in buoy. Ooh, drop a bomb. Time to get going. There are guns. We need just a moment on the mortar fire cooldown here. Oh, should have shot that apparently. We got good stuff, both east and west. That's always good. All right, we got. So this will take 10 seconds plus 9 seconds plus a 4-second firing animation. So our Ox will be ready. We'll do this demon ship next. Just moving so that their crew will move. Pile them up a little bit. Move, micro their cannons. Start our hull repair. Oh, I accidentally set the captain as the kill target. It's been a good farming morning. Been consistent ships. This demon ship's going to be painful to us. I don't have any damage reducing stuff for the crew damage on this build. Alright, repair our sails here. Actually swap that to hull. Reload. We might burn our rum rations on this rotation just to keep our crew alive. It's actually, I probably am going to. We're just waiting on this to be at 15. About. I'll drink our magic resist pot. Conrad here. The world is saving. We try to micro on these ships. It's not hyper important, but not taking all the blood stacks before we board saves a lot of crew health. This is also a tanky ship. Go figure. Moving away. $4,100. We're going to give this a regular cannon shot. Micro away. Repair our sails here. Demon ships, the boss of the ocean. They're harder than an ocean boss. I'm waiting on rum to come up, is why I'm piddling with this. Pop rum here. This way I don't have to stand in them and take the blood stacks. You can see where the blood stacks are landing. It's an AoE and I'm not in it. Which is what we want. This guy's going to throw AoEs towards me. I might have to heal myself here. Bandage on ourselves. We've got rum running on all those guys. Look at that. We cleared it without anybody dying. SPK will be up for the next big ship. We're going west even though we've got a long ship on track because we had a lot of spawn to the west there. I missed something. Oh, it was a scroll. Repair hull. Reload. There was a ship of the line over here that I wanted to farm. There it is. We'll hit the tradesman on the way, and then we'll hit the ship of the line, and then we'll run south. These are stuck together, I think. Yeah, change of plans. I'm not going to take the time to break those two apart. Fishing ship's still too much damn damage to us. So we'll hit the ship of the line, and then we'll hit the long ship, and then we'll hit the long ship. I don't think ghosts lob bombs. We'll go ahead and micro out anyway. We need to stop being lazy. It saves a lot of damage and doesn't cost us anything on our heat rotation. This one's almost 8,000 sales. Held 75% board. Micro the cannon shot here. Swap this to sails. To accuracy before I forget. Oh, and we're farming, ladies and gentlemen. We'll hit this galley next, actually, and then we'll go to the long ships. Just because of the way they're lined up. Got 130 and 23 minutes. It's been a pretty decent run. grinding. Been considering changing up the way I'm farming. I haven't done it yet, but really thinking about going back to running 20 damage links. I miss those melee specials. Cannon damage is strong, but I don't know. We'll see. Let's see what I decide to do. I should have bombed that. I'm wasting 13 seconds here. To the galley. We'll do the flak rotation on the galley. Repair our hull here. Try to target the captain. We are going to micro the cannon shots here. Ironically, galleons deal more damage to us than the longships. And the ship of the lines. It's something about, I don't know, it's something about their targeting, or I don't know what causes it, but almost always galleys deal more damage to us. Longship's our next target. Hopefully we can get some good procs here. Look at this, 2 pages. I hadn't seen 2 pages in a while. Come on, big finishers. Come on, big finishers. Kiss my ass, big finishers. Yeah, boy. Drop a bomb. Line up the next target. We'll do hull here. Reload. We got about 30 seconds we gotta kill. Ew, medium. Looks like we separated that by accident, though. That was nice. Our mortar fire rotation's not going to be available just yet. We're going to wait it out. Two, one, shooting it. But coral! Oh god, we almost died. Just reading chat. I unequipped my weapon with a hotkey by accident there. That was almost really, really bad. There we go. We're back to fun. You might wonder, but Brozan, why are you looting the reagents and all the stupid shit? I got a giant pack horse, y'all. I'm paying the object queue delay, and that's it. We didn't sink that Norse earlier? I'm pretty sure that's the one we were fighting. I keep forgetting my bombs only do 2150 and not 2500. Get a shot on that. That one sinks. Go finish off this Norse, like I should have. And then we'll go to this drow. There we go. Conrad. Yeah, man, that's Conrad the Comrade. That medium's a pain in our ass. 30 seconds on that. Going on this ship of the line. I am a very audio heavy person, and so I do that ADHD thing. I am diagnosed ADHD. I'm not pulling that out of my ass. I do that ADHD thing where every name or phrase that I hear has to be a song. Ship over the line is one step over the line, sweet baby. But it's, you know, one ship. A sails repair here. We go on this guy next. Big ship. We need to tighten up our self-healing routine. We're purposefully not using bandages on ourselves when we're on enemy ships as much. And it's all scripted. But I need to make it better. Oh, we killed those fast. We still got 1 minute on our mortar fire. This is a 2-minute build. It's designed to kill a ship every 2 minutes. And we're still having to wait on cooldowns. Grab some bombs. Shoot that. Wait on that to be about 20 seconds and then we'll drive. Get our hull repair. Morning, Roadhouse. Hope you're doing well. I got good sleep last night, y'all, for the first time all week. It was beautiful. I've been reading a lot lately. Robo, you'll remember this, the e-readers, man. Way back in high school, I remember the first e-reader. Anyway, I've got a Paperwhite now. And I've been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl for my second read-through because the new book comes out Monday. That guy's tanky as shit. He's got 8,100 sales. We're going to shoot a regular shot into sales here. Now we'll do bone shot. I should pay more attention. I had an opportunity here to... we'll go to this long ship. I had an opportunity here to use special powder keg, actually, instead of heat seeker. And I should have. Failed 50%. Special powder keg would have been the stronger option. Anyway, I've been reading, and I have a hard time putting a book down, so I've had trouble sleeping because of it. We know we've got big ships south of us. We're going to hit this long ship to the north of us real quick, and then work back south. We got to get some serious hull repairs in. We'll send crew back here after this bandage. Let them start ticking away at our... I did not know they would do that. He's targeted on the crew, so he threw the stupid bomb. Wow. Today I learned. Ain't that a bitch? Reload. I think we might double bomb here. No. One more shot sinks this. Fling that shot out as we drive away. Alright, going north. We hit the long ship, and then we head back south to the galley. So we'll put the galley on track. What the hell is this? We don't need that jammed together nonsense. 20 seconds on that repair. Oh, come on. There we go. Micro away. I forgot pirates throw hull breaking nonsense. Back away again. And here we go. Scourge. We've been farming north to south mostly today. That's why we came back to hit this one long ship, because we knew we wouldn't be coming back this way. And try to keep a map of where the ships are in my head. We'll hit a scourge here. Everybody's pretty healthy. We will not send our crew back. I see, I boarded this one wrong, and I'm going to show you why. I'll send the crew back here. But see, when I'm looting this hull, I'm way up here, and I actually can't get back to my ship from this point. It says that you have to be closer to a ship you can access. I had to come all the way back here to get back on my ship. So that's why you want to board from the front of or the side of these ships. I'm not going up to that drow. That's too far out of where I'm farming. I know there's a pile of good ships to the south. I'm not going to risk moving north there. That didn't sink. Come on, man. I've got this gunner on the boat, and we're going to call him Brozan's Folly from now on. This gunner crew, is it Conrad? It's not Conrad, it's Thierry. Thierry is a 2% cannon damage gunner, and I like that. But I'm here to tell you, it is the most frustrating damn thing that my bombs only do 2150 damage instead of 2500 damage, which is what I'm more used to. Because I have had to turn around and sink ships so many times. It's not even that it's a bad thing, it's just in my head. I've got this number. I look at it and I'm like, oh yeah, that'll sink, and I drive away. Reload here. This guy's our next target. Go ahead and line that up. Give him the old pew 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 business. Might as well back off. 2 seconds. Go ahead and fire. We won't get a repair in here before we board. We're just going to back off so we take less of his damage. Give him the old bone shotterino. Do you know you can double click right here to open Galleon stats? It's somewhere right in there. There's a tile here you can't walk over. There it is. The blood's screwing it up. See? That's the actual ship. The way these are coded, you know. Ultima Online. Fuck me, there's a sweep. Southeast, we're running west. We're pretty visible. He's directly east of us. We'll see if he continues north. This is how you escape PvP. We see him from 300 something tiles out and we leave. It's not worth all this farm if you're going to sit out here and die. He's never seen me on glass. He's way too far away. Unless he's got a medium out here that I can't see, and he probably doesn't. We're just going to leave. We can always go farm again. If he gets under 220 from us, we'll pop our low profile. And we do have high wick. This ship is very high visibility. You could see me from 150 tiles with no infamy. He's just sweeping. He's way north of us now. And just like that, PvP avoided. There is no reason on a farming galleon to engage with PvP larges. Neither one of you can sink the other, and the only thing you're realistically going to do is get called in on if it's somebody who calls in. There's no sense in engaging with a red large. There's a bunch of ships stuck against the bank over here. This is frustrating because we're going to have to keep tabbing. But we've got 2 long ships over here we're going to sink. We're going to hit this pile of nonsense. Yeah, Carracks also get to choose their fights. I would say as a galleon, I'll fight a Carrack a lot of times. We're just going to sink one of these. The drow is a small. The vial's a medium. No, we go to this. We got to keep paging. Shit. I didn't expect him to come back down. That's why you check the second page. I think he might have hit low profile. Surely not. Low profile doesn't help if you're... Alright, back to killing these. Gotta watch our glass. Carracks get to choose their fights also against galleys, but once a Carrack's sails are broken, a galley can keep up with it. So I will fight Carracks. We got a ship upgrade from that. We're clearing these out so that we can go do these 2 long ships to the west. I didn't want to micro manage them. I figured just kill them. The way I dodged around that guy is why I say so much. People complain about PvP still. If you're halfway paying attention, like not even full paying attention, you should never have to fight that large. We're gonna start working to separate the... Oh, they're not actually together. I thought they were. We're gonna use our special powder keg on this because we used our mortar fire. We do micro off because they throw bombs. As long as the center of your ship is 12 tiles from the center of their ship, you're okay. So like where I am right now, they shouldn't throw their little light fuse bullshits. It seems like ship upgrades and crew contracts are as likely on small as a long. Does that seem like the case? Actually, I have science for this. Once upon a time, I'm going to shoot this 4 times because I'm going to put a bone shot in it. Once upon a time, I parsed 200 million doubloons worth of logs. I had a couple of high-end PvE guys donate me their logs. And I wrote a PowerShell script. There's a medium at 227 tiles north of us. That guy's got high infamy. We got... Hopefully he's just fishing and he's not just going to be a pain in our ass to be a pain in our ass. Anyway, I parsed an absolute shitload of logs using PowerShell. And what we found was that it appears, and now this isn't, I haven't seen the code. Lupius doesn't love me that much. It appears that there's a 2% chance per ship size increase. The base chance is 10%, and then for every ship size larger, there's a 2% chance increase for salvage. So a small's worth 10, a medium's worth 12, large is worth 14, etc. We don't think ship of the lines follow the same rules. And long ships, look at this shit. This guy's going to drive right to us. Who is that? Get it! You farm on that freaking high infamy. Who was that? Pone? Is Pone's in Mega, aren't they? I think they're in Mega. Anyway, I think that ship of the lines might actually not be follow the rule, but it's harder to parse logs now because if I'm on the back of this ship and I open the hatch and I can't see my tiller man, I don't get the log message. So parsing logs, it actually looks like they drop less. But people who have done spreadsheets on it think that it's closer to 25 or 26% on a ship of the line. We need to be facing this direction. And then tidings is multiplied against that. So if you have 10% on a small and then you have 10% tidings, what is our tidings? I don't even know. I don't pay attention to it. Our tidings is 6%. So I have a 10.6% chance of salvage on a small. It's not. Shallow water farming is not a bad strategy in general. Doing what I'm doing right now will yield you more salvage than doing shallow water farming. There is a build that cranks through the shallows. You raise your tidings to about 20%, and then you set up so that you one-shot board as many of the smalls and mediums as possible, and you skip larges. And so you shoot, board, loot, leave. Shoot, board, loot, leave, one shot on all these little ships. And then you're just playing the numbers game. And so you got a 12 to 15% chance on each one, but you're sinking one literally every cannon rotation. The problem with that build is it relies on nobody being around to ruin your day. And it's boring. Very boring. How are we doing on farm? 300K. We've been out here for 48 minutes. That's a good run so far. I know there's farm back to my east. Oh, me. What's this build? This build is, the shallow water killing build. You have to have blast furnace because you got to have the reload time, or else you have to have a mix of powder monkeys that have a lot of reload on them. And then you got to just pack damage in there as tight as you can. You pick up, ew, we don't want to get close to that. You pick up where you can tidings. And so you're just focused on a very strong single shot. You run glass cannon on aux, you run bone shot on LCD, icebreaker on greater, and then what is it? Powder soak ammo on regular. And you run bone shot first. We'll go to this hive carrick. Nope, there's our target. You run bone shot first on your lesser, and you're going to use it almost every chance you get, and then you work the rest of whatever. I don't remember what outfitting I ran on it. It's been about a year since I ran the build just as a proof of concept, and so it might have been merchant. You got to pick up a decent amount of cannon damage though, because you want the single tap boards. And you know, if you have to double tap, it ruins a lot of things with the build. Go to this druid next. Crew's got their head in their ass. If this medium hasn't called in on us by now, hopefully he doesn't. Anybody in chat know if Pwn is mega? At this point, I just assume if you're not in my alliance or devils, then you're in mega. Which way is he? Of course he's going the way I'm going. Why wouldn't he be? Hey, we're almost leveled Eldritch this morning. It's also one of those things you just play with. You don't have... You run a carpenter, a single carpenter, because, you know, you're single shot boarding, so you don't have to take a lot of damage at all. But he's there just for the chip damage. Did I loot that hold? I did. Dangerous game with the bomb there. 14. Okay. Druid next. Our crew's actually damaged. That sucks because druids are gonna hurt us. We might pop rum here. I'll hit a buoy. Mortar fire. I was trying to see how good of an hour I could have since I got into good spawn. It's been a while since I had good enough spawn to feel like I was farming efficiently. Oh God. Oaks is just soaking damage over there. and I can't get in here to heal them. Yeah, druid ships. I'm going to take a second to heal crew here. It's those stupid trees. The trees just beat your crew to death. This is with rum rations running. But 3 trees, they just area damage, beating our crew up like it's going out of style. We say it on land all the time, though. It's okay to reset. What's it cost us? 30 seconds? You don't have to force it. And we got a ship upgrade out of it. Heading east. One more ship and we level Eldritch. Reload. Go to this guy next. Just, these guys never group up worth a shit. That's why we're moving. Just trying to pull them. Actually, we got them in a pretty good pile there. We got to be careful not to sink this one. It's only got 1,400 hull left, so we're going to shoot it on this back corner. We're going to sink it. Shit. God damn it. Now we got a minute and a half before we can do anything else here because of this. I tried not to sink it. I should have just done a regular cannon shot. Shit. I guess we're going to go grab a water. I'll be right back. Long ships next. At least you get the dubs for sinking it. Did that level eld? It did. We'll go over to death. This guy's still on our glass. 15 seconds before we can engage. Oh, nice. Long ships, shipping lines. These are stuck together, all of this. So we probably need to start separating that. The hive carrack's going to be on the top of the pile. We're just going to pull him back. We got both of them. Maybe he'll keep moving that way. Okay. Flak to start this. Hopefully this isn't moving. That death. This is our next target. Scourge didn't go off. The death proc is actually kind of strong with harpoons. It does a massive disease tick. We'll have to separate these two. He is violently ill. Not just ill, violently. Scourge here, because we don't need the healing. Where's this castaway from? Corpse Creek. I got some bad news for you. You're not going to Corpse Creek. Try to separate out this long ship. Reload. Good deal, we got it out. We'll back off here a little bit, just so they won't do their stupid little fuses. If you're this far away from them, they'll never do their fuses. See, that was a lie. It's how fishermen work. I wish it's how these guys worked. Always be one tile off the ship for PvP reasons. You can just get stuck and unable to move if you're right on the ship. Oh, nice proc there. We'll hit this galley next. We're in the farm, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the farm. We'll hit a buoy. Yeah, buoy. Those guys repairing. Get our loot. We've got 30 seconds before we can engage with this Galleon. So it's been 1 hour, 386k. You know what? That's a pretty decent 1 hour. We ain't gonna complain about that. We'll go ahead on the Galleon here. Drink our magic resist pot for the os. Reload. Maybe we had to move for some PvP. We're out of heal pots? Oh god. Oh, did we just close the bag? No, we're out of heal pots. Guess we're going to the dock. This is another one that we'll probably accidentally sink. What do you target? The sails or guns? This is a sails breaking build because of bone shot. Oh no, 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 no. No die. No die. This is sails breaking build. It's designed for sails, but I target accuracy. If I'm using SPK, I also target sails because I use a bone shot as a finisher. This will be our last ship because I'm not going to farm without heal pots. Loot that. Cool guys, drive away from the explosions. Figure out where I'm docking. Alright. Ando says he's doing something wrong, only got 3 gold cannon damage and 7 bronze. Yeah, man, that's where you go. Get your bronzes up. You can farm. You can do 300k on bronzes, though, man. It's all about setting up the ship. The difference in a bronze and a gold, I essentially get 3 more links than you on 10. What's the... So this is 1.5% versus 2.2. It's 0.75% more cannon damage. You do that against, it's 7.5 on 10. It's significant, but it's not, oh my god. All right. Oh, my kid's being cute this morning. Out of heal potions. Hey guys, did y'all know I'm out of heal potions? We could throw overboard and keep farming, but 400k and 5 salvage, we're probably better off just driving in. As you approach bank, you might as well push low profile. Thanks for the input. You were mad you couldn't board the ship. Oh no, man. Yeah, you want to do some amount of damage to hull so that, you know, it sinks. Hey, morning, Matt. The problem is you don't want to do too much damage to hull so that you don't get to loot. Because you don't get the mob loot, you don't get the hatch salvage. You know, there's a lot of loot on the mobs and the stuff in the hold. Look at that. Our hold is full. We've got 117 magic items in that pouch. As soon as we get to land, we'll re-up. And we're going to keep farming ocean today. It feels good. It's Blorn. We'll go to shelter here and see what the salvage is on stream. I've been doing that lately. Usually I only check my salvage on Fridays, but let's see. We had 5. I didn't check yesterday. Hey, we got a flak yesterday. That's nice. Junk today. It's all junk. Razor wire. Oh boy. Head home. Let's go. Dump all this off. Got chased by a long ship. Raiden got you. Oh, that sucks, Matt. Raiden's a good guy, though. You ever talk to him? He's well, good guy. He's a pirate, like we all are. I chase people down, too. Let's check our... We're good on Arcane Essence today. Add all this to here. Throw this away. I think we're just gonna run the same build. Hang on. I'm gonna launch from a different spot. Let me block my screen. Where in the world is Brozan launching his ship? Get on board here. Great thing about having multiple houses, and I never show the other house on stream. I do admit, so I made a new graphic, Chat GPT, y'all, right? AI art. But I made a new graphic, but I missed this guy. I liked that pirate more than I liked the other image. What's a good starter abilities that don't break the bank? Glass cannon's good. Really, man? And I know this is going to sound like a cop-out answer. Oh, we got a Carrick. Hang on, unblock the screen. Oh, come on, Mr. Carrick. I bet he popped low profile on us. Shit. Oh, well. Here we go to farm. Anyway, good starter abilities. Go out to the Outlands portal, the vendor search, and just search for ship upgrade. Get yourself a lesser regular grade or an auxiliary cooldown ability. Buy the dirt cheapest ability you can get. And that's the cheapest best ability. Anything will get you farming. I did a video where I spent 100,000 gold and I still farmed 250k an hour with 10 bronze links. It's all about actually getting out there. Obviously, you want to min-max towards end game. That's what, I'm running here. We're not finding any freaking ships where we are. We'll go to this hive Carrick, I guess. Galleon, PvP, PvP, PvP. We're driving straight at him. We're going to see if he jukes up or down or which way. He's sitting on this Carrick's what he's doing. He's on the other side of it though, sadly. Make sure we don't shoot the Carrick. Moved. We want to stay between him and bank. Morning, Mally. Always target the crew. But Brozan, why are you killing that guy? I'm staying on this side of him because this side is the bank. He dropped his depth charges while we were too close to him. Special powder keg. No, why'd I do that? That was a good rally. We can get our shot off. We won't be able to board him because of his rally. So we're just taking his salvage. Always tell him good fight. I got 1 infamy for sinking a ship. I got 2 infamy for killing a ship captain. Heal old Conrad the comrade. We'll go on this hive. Set this back to accuracy. Reload. We're just sitting here healing while we wait on these abilities to come up. What guild was that guy? Sin! Need another minute before we've got abilities. Actually, these are Carricks. We can probably board them with a mortar bone. You were pretty close to home, got on the wrong side of his ship. Yeah, that's the problem. That's exactly what I was just doing to this guy. You got to block him from the bank, as if you're the one engaging. $3,300. We should be able to bone shot board this next. Hopefully. We failed. Board. PvP, y'all. Ship PvP is so fun. It's not fun being the one who gets sank. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. Unless it was a good fight. I've sank before where I was like, man, I did everything right, but I still lost. Then I've sank before where I'm like, fuck those 5 guys who came and sank me. Get a buoy? Yeah, buoy. Loot all this. Repair guns. And we're off. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, if I go out and I lose my loadout, just losing my loadout is 40 bombs and all of my avant gear and my spyglasses, and like just losing my loadout's expensive. I gotta show you guys this. My when I was fighting that guy, it's all zigzags. All right. Oh, looky there. Southwest. I think one of the reasons Luthien gets so many complaints about people that are newish to the water, and even from people who are veterans, is because losing a galleon is so expensive. If I go, what did I do there? If I go and I die in a, let me get this on track real quick. If I go and I die in a dungeon, I lose 40k worth of loadout and whatever rares and stuff I had collected. If I go and I die on the ocean, I lose about 120k loadout, 80k to re-up my galleon, and all the loot that I got. Now here's where it feels worse. Right now on this ship, I've got 65,000 dubs, plus whatever gold and all that stuff. Now, if I were to sink this galleon, I lose all of the loot that I've done in the last, let's say I've been farming for 45 minutes. I lose all of that loot, and it feels like I lost 300,000 dubs, because I did. You know, I lost it. But we don't think about that on land. You're like, oh, I died, I lost my loadout. Well, no, you lost, if you were in there farming for 45 minutes, you got T-maps on you, you've got rares on you, cores. You lost all that stuff there too. It's just you don't have this glaring indicator that I lost 300k dubs and 5 salvage. Because we expect to take our loot home on the ocean. Two reds in Moz 3, y'all. If you're in Mausoleum, you might not want to be. You get sunk costs between 150 to 200k. If they're getting you at the end 300 or 400. Yeah. I tell this story because it's one of my favorite stories about the ocean. But I'm out farming one day in what's now known as Old Blue. And I had a good run going, y'all. I had 300,000 doubloons on me. And this was pre-Wildlands. And so whenever I'm out and I've got 300k back then was about an hour and 15 minutes. And I'm doing really good. I'd been in big ships constantly. I had salvage on me. And I saw a mega boss. on glass. And this was in the mapper days, you know, when you called all your friends in. Well, I go in and there's 5 people on the boss, and I'm worried these guys are going to finish this boss before all my friends can get here. I take my galleon with all my farm on it, and I drive right in the middle of all 5 of them, and I flag the boss. Back then, if you flagged PvP, you didn't do any damage. I flagged everybody PvP, and then I scaled the boss and I sank. But I had 3 other friends that got in there and got the boss. And I lost an hour and 15 minutes of farm, but we won the fight. And that was one of my favorite I got dunked, but it didn't feel bad moments. I've got some smoke leaf. Cornet says not everyone is a backstabber, and Moz only looting rares and banks. You lose just as much on death. Yeah, and that was actually, Cornet, the point I was trying to make. People feel like you lose a ton when you die on the ocean, and you do. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that. But you lose it on land too. If you did 40-minute runs on land and you die, you lose almost as much. You don't get the doubloons sink fee, but you ain't looting dubs on land. I'm getting double currency from all of these mobs. And when I sink this ship, I'm getting currency that I can't earn on land. It's a perception thing. That's what it comes down to. It feels like you lost more. We're going to keep working south. Matt said you picked up 3,000 aspect. Oh, I forgot to level my Eldritch. Glad you said that, Matt. I got to buy some Eldritch cores. Go on this galleon. Reload. We've been in big ships all day today. What's our red line at? Watch me be capped on red line and not realize it. 1.9 million. Aussie, long ship, and another galleon. Those two look to be stuck together. We'll have to be careful separating those. I need to increase the heal potions I bring on this. Can you put a keg in your loadout? That would be nice. I don't want to aggro the lizard ship here. Start with our flak. Sometimes you get lucky and a flak does enough damage where you can bone shot second. It's not the case here. We're backing up just a little bit to try to move the NPCs. It's a mindset of the poor. Joseph knows the old ways, the ocean rich. It's not so much a joke anymore. People say ocean rich and they think we're being serious that you get rich on the ocean. Ocean rich is when you start treating dubs as boat fuel and not gold. I thought we had another galleon down there that we were going to have to separate off that long ship. That's weird. Is the long ship moving? Yeah, I don't know. No, it's not moving. This sorceress is taking forever to die. Alright, long ship next. Anybody know if you can... I haven't done alchemy stuff in a long time. Anybody know if you can set up an auto pool of a healing keg? I guess it doesn't matter. Just add 10 or so more heal pots to my loadout. Yeah, it's 20%. Whenever you sink, you get a refund to your bank. Oh God, they're just attacking me. You get a refund to your bank of 80% of the value of your ship. 10% of that goes to the person who sank you if it was PvP. Potion stack. Yeah, I've got 30, I think, in my loadout for this. I need to just change it up and bring a buttload. I'm still of that old mindset where potions weigh a ton. I played on a different shard for a little while. Why am I not healing myself? I played on another shard for just a tiny bit the other day just to see if I'd like it. And I had to unequip my weapon to use a potion. I was like, oh God, I forgot about this. Please don't die. Please don't die. We were playing a dangerous game there with our crew health. And then you get a challenge run every season where you roll a new tune. Wouldn't that be nice? I wish this game had a new game plus. The problem with it is I would never do it just on my own because I'm not going to lose the aspect and chain XP. They've made it to where you only want to play one character. But yeah, like a new game plus would be so cool. Waited till you good gold generation before jumping onto the ocean. Yeah, it does. It sucks. I'm not going to pretend like it doesn't. It sucks losing it. You can farm smaller too, though. That's what people forget. Like, you can just go hit the shit in the shallow and dock every 50, 60K. Got a hive ship up next. Never stand around and eat their bombs for free. Oh, we got 5 seconds on our cannons here. Hive ship next. Set the kill target. Jump on the boat. Oi, he says, you killed me. Yeah, I would love for a reason to go back and start a new character. I really would. That wasn't just because I'm bored with the character I have. Lulu here is taking a lot of damage. I think we're okay. Research mats. I'd love to. I tried to build this. I need a crew, like heal this specific crew hotkey, like I have for the kill stuff. The problem with it is it kept breaking my healing routine, and I need to revisit it and do it right. Yeah, buoy. We're gonna get one more bandage on old Lulu here. Yeah, any reason to start over new. Without populated the server is, I've joked around that is it time for Outlands to start Outlands 2. You know, like OSI did way back in the day, the whole concept of shards. You had shards so that you wouldn't be overpopulated in one area. We got a carrot on the next target. If we don't find anything bigger, reload. Well, we found a better target. We weren't attacking. Attack this guy to draw him up. Repair our guns here. We're just going to back off so that they move the NPCs a bit. Micro this cannon shot that's coming. Set our kill target. Scourge. Head south. These guys, as long as they're not all attacking the same crew, are almost no challenge at all. They're just grindy. But they're worth about 1,500 each. I don't know what a prestige mode would actually look like a new game plus. You wouldn't want to take away your ability to earn chain XP or redline XP, but maybe like it soft locks them until you pass some threshold. That way you could still be playing the same character. You could give people a free echo to do it. Like you at the start of the season, you've got a free echo. And you can, that echo is hard locked to the season. You can't, I don't know. You use the echo system to implement it though. Like when you're on that echo, you can't have redline that you haven't earned that season or chain links. Remove redline up, T15 allow you to reroll that aspect, but you get some prestige, like the stat increases are slightly more. That's actually a pretty decent idea, and I like that. Matt says the problem with hunting smalls is that's when all the good farms shows up. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, Matt. Got this ghost ship of the line. One ship over the line, sweet baby. Micro this cannon shot that's coming. What are we doing here? Southeast. Their shot should be now. We're going to shoot in the center of the ship here instead of targeting the sails, so we spread this armor break on all the crew. One sail or the other would have been a lot worse for that. I love that we don't have those stupid skeletons on these anymore. That took way too long to fix. Yeah, New Game Plus, Prestige Mode, whatever you wanted to call it. And you get an echo for that season. It starts at the launch of a new season. It locks your chain XP. It would have to dump aspects. I wouldn't think, it wouldn't do anything to skills, but it would be a fresh echo, so you would have to raise the skills again. And I don't think you limit items or anything in any way. So, you know, people would have item advantage from having their shelves and stuff, but this is UO. You can't take people's items away. I've thought about New Game Plus on the water, where you just start on a large with no upgrades. But that would just have to be a self-enforced thing. Repair our hull here. Yeah, people want a reason to experience stuff again. That's what it ultimately comes down to. Your newbie dungeon, you'd have to increase skill gain up to 80% everywhere instead of just in the newbie dungeon. But honestly, they should have done that a long time ago anyway. Or else the newbie dungeon would just be hyper packed. Can't loot other players' corpses. Yeah, I don't think you'd ever get people to play a mode where they couldn't have their items. It's like, just as an example, I don't want to build another shelf. Like, you know how much shit is on my storage shelf? So I think it doesn't have to be fair. That's the thing. We tend to think in ways that makes this fair for everybody starting out. It doesn't have to be fair. It has to be a reason to start a new character and engage with all the systems again. I think it would lock your codexes. Like all your codexes start back at 0. Matt says you don't have any problem with the population. We're at a good balance, but offering enough space. I agree with you, Matt, with the one caveat that the shard is very top heavy right now. There are a lot of people that are at the end of endgame. I need new bombs. And so the end game farming options are very heavily populated, and they're not too much. Like right now, I might bitch and moan about not finding spawn, but I mean, y'all have seen, you've been around. I've done 650k dubs today. Opportunity for the server, give you a reason to start over, but a player doesn't need much. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right on that. But I don't know how you lock items down without just causing a huge problem. There would be some kind of exploit around it. But like and you don't want it to be solo self-found. You want these people engaging with other players. So like as an example, if I had to start over at 0 gold, the first thing I'd go do is mine. And so I want to be able to engage with other players to sell my mining shit. But I don't know how you, short of making a temporary shard for it, but then you run into the housing problem. You know, I'm not giving up my house. And you can't have all that stuff roll into the main shard after the season, because that would create a bitch of a problem. Oh, I hit rouse by accident. My crew's doing extra super damage right now, guys. Hives take so long to clear the deck. I think the idea has a lot of merit, but I think it would have to, I personally think it would have to be levels and any of the systems that gain XP. I don't think you can do it with items. The problem with any secondary shard is all of a sudden one becomes the place to be. And so you split the population, and kind of what Matt said earlier, population's in a good spot. And you go to splitting the population and you end up with a dead shard. And I'm sure the admins have had these conversations. I have very, very little doubt that this has come up a few times. We finally ran out of big ships. We'll go to this. Actually, we're going to hit this guy. We're here. Look at that. It paid off for us. Couldn't remember if I used a magic resist pot, and I forget what the buff icon. There it is. Looks like a potion. I wish there was a reason, and I know this would never get implemented because it's just too much work for the population that would use it. But I wish there was a reason to restart my ship. Repair my guns. Solo self-bound mode on ships, man, that would be insane. We'd see some cool builds. Not cool, we'd see some varied builds. I tried that when I very first started. I said I wasn't going to buy anything. I was only going to use stuff I found. And I did it for almost 50 million dubs. And then I bought a signal pigeons, which signal pigeons used to be a very meta. 4 million gold for signal pigeons. Back when I paid 2 million gold for a very nice dockmaster. We're not going to get that repair off. Scourge! We don't want to target the captain. Lulu needs some love. I guess we're going back to that Carrick. Oh! I got a lobby in the work in the near future. I wonder what else you could do to make... You want the population on the shard because you want them playing alongside other people. You want them to be able to trade. So you have to solve those problems. Need to shoot this. Lulu. I mean, you could just make it a hardcore echo, but then you got the PvP problems. There'd be, and if you said if you die in PvP, you don't lose the echo, people would find ways to exploit that. It would just, that would open a whole can of worms nobody wants to deal with. We gotta not sink this. Wait on this whole repair. This has 2100 health left. We're gonna YOLO bone shot it. We target on the side so that we miss more shots than usual. We missed 8 shots. But we still get the armor pierce, which is what we were aiming for. Yeah, Lulu's got it. It's like she's wearing a cape that has a giant target on it. Arc Raider style, turn in X amounts of resource and get a new echo, get bonus XP for the season. You know, that's actually pretty smart. Like you make a way to make it a resource dump too. You can tie it to societies. It's actually, if you tied it to societies, yeah. Oh, on the wrong button. We're heading straight south. I got a dock in about 10 minutes, so we'll work our way south. You could use societies to prop it up because you've already got the quest system in place. Maybe like there's a warm-up period, like 2 days before the season starts, you could start the Echo, but it won't gain any XP. It zeroes out all your XP systems, aspects, codexes, redline, chain, and they're soft locked, so you're still gaining them against your, your main chain, for example. And then it soft unlocks. I mean, the ability to have an Avar harpoon or a Vank harpoon or whatever, obviously that gives you a benefit over other people doing it. But I don't think you tried that hard to make it fair. I really think you just let items be what they are. Because you need the community engagement. And then kind of like what Shaw's there suggested, though, maybe there's a way to flag loot. They don't database loot, though, so there's really not. Orange carrot. Nowhere near me. You would need some way. I don't know. Yeah, I think you just ignore items, honestly. And some of the most successful builds there are focus, have like no item focus at all. It'd be like you'd have to ignore pets too, There's so many little things like that that would just make a headache and you scope creep it too far. We need. Actually, we'll do this with SPK. Backing off. Go to this guy next. We just back off so that we hopefully move the minions around. Go over 720 skill cap. That would be a hell of an incentive. We're gonna shoot this one more time with our SPK active. Kill the one we were working. Tradesmanship of the line. Forget all these carracks. Oops. I don't ever want to see us go over 720 unless it was like a utility thing. It would have to be stuff that didn't impact combat. Galleon to our southeast. We got the PvP, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming for us. We're going to move away and let our SPK cool down. We're just letting that roll down. When it gets to about 45 seconds, we'll turn. We gotta watch here. He's gonna launch an ability. Who's getting hit actively? Our hull's getting beaten here. Switch over to hull. We're gonna lose this fight. Like, we made him move there. He thought we were gonna drop. We're pretending like we have depth charges available. We're gonna lose. Yeah, he's got better repairs than us too. Our only hope is to lose him on bank. We're firing at him because he's in the front of his boat and it's moving this way. Reload here. That guy literally saved us, maybe. I think we might actually win. His hull was considerably lower than ours. Our sails make us boardable, though. It makes this a very dangerous game we're playing here. We've lost visual on this houseboat. There it is. We're gonna dock. Good fight, Imagine Wagons. Very good fight. Oi, oi, exciting. We're gonna try to repair here. How can we check what your infamy is? On a dockmaster, hit dock ship, and it shows infamy at the top left corner here. That was a good fight. I think we might have actually won if we'd have kept fighting. I felt like we were losing, so I was working the dock. I'd lost enough sails, though, because he was throwing bone shots at me. I'd lost enough sails, and I couldn't repair sails, that I think he could have boarded me and had his way with us. Yeah, just open your dock, master. Not double click, single click and dock ship. And it shows it up here at the top left. Cornet, you've been streaming your intro to Outlands lately, haven't you? I think I recognize your name. I don't have, I'm using everything in OBS, so I don't have an ability to easily click your name and see. We'll get one more guns repair here and then we're going to dock. Send our shipping crate. Dock. We'll go check those crew. I'm all torqued up right now. My hands are shaking. Look at these lizards hanging out ready to kill the newbies. Salvage. We had 4 new crew and 1 upgrade, so 3 vets, expert cook, and healthy rations. All junk. Should have fought more. Such is life. Oh, you returned to Ocean. There's another guy named Cornet that's been streaming. Poison Fish on GG. GG doesn't have much of an ocean presence anymore, sadly. We had some good fights with GG back in the day. Oh. Well, guys, as much as I'd love to keep farming, it is a work day and work is starting. So we're going to have to go ahead and cut it here. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. Really appreciate the hell out of all of you. And we'll see you around. Thanks, everybody.